I promised you guys a bit of a Scalder trophy take, a bit of a hot one. And here it is. No one will hear the caveat. No one will hear the preface, Tobes. They'll just go right to the angry part. I love Terry McLaurin. Huge Terry McLaurin fan. I like the football player. I like the person. He came on with us for a whole season. Conscientious, upfront, on time, every time. Answered everything that he possibly could. Relentlessly positive. Great teammate. Great everything. Excellent in the community. Wonderful dude. Okay? That's the end of that paragraph. Here's the next paragraph. I don't like that he did this. I don't like it. Don't do that. Can you imagine for 1 second if a member of the organization did this? Can you imagine this going in the opposite direction? Can you imagine the fallout, the turmoil, the same old blank, same old Redskins, same old bleep, same old WFT, same old Commanders, whatever, that you would hear? People would lose faith and confidence in Adam Peters. And yet, he's got everybody down to the palm of his hand because he's Terry McLaurin. It's, yeah, pay that guy. Not, I care about the football team more than I care about this person. If Terry McLaurin, God forbid, slipped on a banana peel and like Mario Kart and couldn't play this year, you're tuning in Sunday, you're watching the team, you're rooting for the team. When he's long gone, we doesn't play for the team anymore. The team, the football team. This is a leverage move. This is the same as the mayor standing up going, Friday the 15th. Today, by the way, we were going to talk about that. We can't. Friday the 15th is the deadline. We're going to lose the stadium. No, you're not. It's a leverage play. You're trying to apply pressure. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate being told that the only way your family is going to survive is with an above-market deal because of the deposits here. You've made tens of millions. I don't appreciate the idea that you're being disrespected. I don't agree with that. I don't think you are being disrespected. I think you keep saying you get that it's a business, then get that it's a business. The other side can't say anything. When the other side can't, quote-unquote, defend itself or say anything, it's not very classy to start standing up there talking about you, me, this is what I've done, this is how great I am. You know I'm working out. I'm with my wife in Italy, and man, oh man, was I working out a lot. I work out. I care. I try hard. A, I know you do. B, love you for it. But C, let other people say that. Let everybody else talk about that. We know when you start doing that, it's the Instagram workout video school of working out. You can work out, but you get the clout when you do it, and you're Chase Young and you're pulling the tire, when you're pushing over the obstacle, when you're lifting the heavy thing, and you tell people it's about that grind, then grind and shut up. That's what grind is. Grind is when nobody's watching. You don't tell me about it, you do it. Now, nobody questions, and nobody should question, his work ethic, his effort, his energy, his show up, his stick-to-itiveness, the tenacity. I want my kids to grow up to be like that guy, and I mean that 100%. That's what I'm trying to instill on a daily basis. For example, my oldest son today has soccer practice in this miserable heat. He probably doesn't want to do it. And I'm trying to explain to him, hey, man, if you'd like to get to where you want to go, these are the things you have to do. When it's not sexy, it's not a tournament, it's not a fun little, a showcase game or at your close field with your buddies. This is a grind. This is when it happens, right? I want him to be like Terry McLaurin. This, to me, is a thinly veiled attempt to rally some public opinion, get a couple pitchforks out, get a couple torches out, and have people yell and scream and bang on the door for the team to hurry up and get this done. And I don't appreciate it. If you think that you deserve to be paid more, you've got mechanisms for that. This is one of them. That's all this was to me. And I don't blame somebody for trying to get as much as they can. I don't blame somebody for trying to pay you as little as they can. That's going to happen to you, to me, to everybody listening, unless you own your own thing. And even still, you got to decide how much you're going to pay yourself at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So I don't necessarily begrudge the process part of it. I just don't love this. This is one of those things that's, I would say it's out of character. And again, I still love the guy. Doesn't change my view of him. I don't happen to care for this. I don't like this. Your thoughts?
I don't necessarily agree with everything that you're saying, but it was a little bit odd for me that this would come out the way that it did, and for Terry to, because by the way, It's not as if Terry was just out somewhere and everybody ambushed him. It's not like Terry was just at a random like steakhouse in Ashburn. It's not like he was at Top Golf in Ashburn and then, a bunch of reporters showed up. Like this was let people know he's going to be at Eastern Motors for a commercial shoot and then let's talk afterwards. It was a little bit odd to me that it was set up like that. The message that he had, I kind of thought that he was just going to do the usual. I mean, we planned a show, understanding, okay, this is probably a big nothing.
We'll have a couple clips.
Yeah, Terry's going to say a couple things. He's going to talk about playing with Jaden, how cool last year was. He hopes the contract gets done, and he doesn't want to get into specifics, but, he's hoping to be back with the team before training camp. Typical nothing, right? Like that you're going to hear from a guy in the middle of a contract negotiation. This clearly was a setup by him and his agent to go out there and get some empathy, right? Like when you see commercials on television, they're going to show you stuff that draws empathy, right? Stuff that puts you on their side, whether it's, like SPCA commercials, right? They're going to show the dogs and the different stuff, right? To get you on their side. Not to say that's where Terry's at. He's not desperate or anything. He's going to be okay. To your point about like, you can miss me with the fact that like, I need extra money. Like you'll be okay. You know what? Like you've made enough. Like I'm not worried about that aspect, but this is a clear, the fan base loves this guy. We're going to put him out there in front. He's going to sound disappointed, which I think he genuinely is. Like, I don't think he was out there acting, right? Like, aside from the commercial shoot, I didn't think he suddenly was like, you know what, I'm going to go win an Academy Award or something for this. But I think this was a clear play to maybe try to force a little leverage a week out from training camp.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thing. I don't mean to cut you off, Tobes, but that's where I am now in my life. I can't, whatever that is, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't get over it.
I understand that.
So, like, I can't, for example, Grant and I differ on this. We talk about this all the time. Actually, we don't talk about it all the time. Whenever it comes up, we talk about it.
All the time?
I suppose it's all the time. I can't watch the Oscars. I can't watch award shows where multimillionaires who take private planes everywhere and have professional dog walkers and assistants to their assistants and can't do their own laundry will lecture me about something. Can't have it. I can't deal with it. I get too mad. Even if I think they're right, by the way. I can't hear you look down on me, the common peasant who fills your coffers because you entertain me. And the CGI was awesome in your movie, right? I can't do it. I can't have what I see as an ulterior motive and not go, nope, I see it. I see it. And again, I understand what's happening, but I also can't. You can't go on my leg and tell me it's raining. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's sort of where I'm at. And when I see it, I get a little bit miffed, a little bit put out. And again, I still love Terry. I want Terry to play here. I want this thing done, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
It's the weird part about professional sports where he says he feels disrespected, yet he's probably going to get $30 million, right? And it's the weird spot where we, as fans, as people that are never going to be in that spot, I don't think can understand their mindset. Because, and look, maybe we're in the right here, saying like, dude, really? But for them, they're looking at it saying, I want to be the highest paid because that to me shows that you respect my ability. Not the 35 million, which I think should show you, right? Like if you gave me 25 million, I would think that you respect my ability pretty well, right? But to them, he's like, I've put out these numbers, now show me accordingly. It's not necessarily that he's frustrated because he's not being offered the full amount. It's more so, I feel like I've earned this ability. I feel like I've earned this money and this respect to be in the top 5, whatever it may be, and I'm not getting the respect. Whether you agree with that or not, that's his mindset. And that's where he gets the answers that he's saying today of, I feel a little bit disappointed, frustrated, feel like there's a little bit of a lack of respect, those sorts of things. If you can empathize with that, great. If you can't, then it kind of missed the mark.
Right. I mean, to me, the best point he has is there's been no contact for a month. That's a good point. That's one of those where I go, okay, yeah, you if we're fencing and I strike a couple shots, I don't know how fencing works. I don't know what it's called. If I score a couple sabers on you, okay, he got me on that one.
Yeah.
They haven't so that's a valuable data point. If you want me on your side, you can tell me about that. You can tell me that you're frustrated it's gone this long. What have you done about that, by the way? How far have you compromised? Have you given in at all? Have you countered? Have you contacted anybody? Phones work 2 ways. What's your agent doing? I know what your agent's done. Reached out to multiple people to carry your water for you. Talk about how far apart you guys are on negotiations and how frustrated you are. Again, he's doing what he's supposed to do to try to earn you as much money as possible. But again, you can't go, I'm so frustrated about this situation. What exactly have you done about that situation? What have you done so far? And there wasn't much of that. It's, to me, I don't want to say it's out of character.
No, it definitely was.
But it kind of feels like that.
It 100% was. Because generally you get a guy that is very, very quiet. Like when things were going bad on the football field, the worst you ever got was a quote that people tried to throw around as if it was inflammatory when it wasn't, when he jokingly said,
ran cardio.
I've been doing cardio. That's the worst you've ever gotten out of him. So for this to be the first time we're like, I think you would say it's out of character. 100%.
So you heard my take. I think it's pretty hot, to be honest with you, because I don't think anybody else feels like I do. And I think that's welcome. 800-636-1067. Again, I still love Terry. I still want this done.
Why do you hate Terry?
Exactly. That's how it's going to come off. That's how, when people write this up, that's what it's going to be. I want the football thrown to Terry 130 times this year. I want a huge target share. I want forward progress. I want another 1,100 yards, 7-8 touchdowns. Book it. That's my guy. I did not like this today.